am on 33 days of 100 days of retention. This is my first time I'm going for 100 days. The longest streak I've ever done was 65 days. I found it greatly benefited me. But this time around, I feel good, but I don't feel as many benefits as I used to feel. I don't know what the deal is. One thing I've been really experiencing throughout this 33-day journey so far has been deeper, vivid dreams, like really, really vivid dreams. And I can't quite explain it. I don't know what it is. Sometimes my dreams are very, very dark and vivid. Sometimes they're just random dreams where I'm receiving a lot of money and just situations. And I really find a lot of these dreams are focused around money when they're good. Like I'm always just getting money. It's weird. But when they're bad, man, I wake up in the middle of the night, my heart's just racing, like racing. And I wouldn't necessarily even say they're bad dreams. They're just, I don't feel comfy with the dreams. You know what I mean? And at the start of this journey, I think within the first 2 weeks, I was lucid dreaming quite a bit. Like I would have dreams and I know I could fully control everything in the dream. And then at some point those dreams stopped, and then I didn't dream for a couple, maybe like a week, and now they just kick back in full circle. I really think that has to do with the moon cycles, from my understanding. Like every time I'm having really vivid dreams, I'm noticing the moon's out, the moon's doing its thing, and I just really feel in tune with the moon during this retention streak. It's really weird. But yeah, I'm on day 33. I want to say around day 28, 29, and 30. Like the whole streak, I was feeling good. I was feeling so good and fine with it. And then 28, 29, 30, I don't know if my testosterone peaked or my like libido peaked, but man, I was having a rough time. Like I was saying every retention video before this, I'm in a relationship, and I think that's the main difference between me and other retainers. And on top of that, I actually like women. I actually like sex. I'm not trying to dodge sex for 1,000 days. Like I'm only doing this for 100 days and I'm done. Cold turkey, I'm done. I might go a little beyond that based on how I feel, but like as a retainer currently, I love sex. I love women. I love the energy that they bring. I love the sexual experience. I'm not one who like uses it to kind of just get my rocks off and just get my pleasure and bust. I like to use it to manifest. I like to use it to connect to my partner. I like to use it to boost my energy, because even when I'm not retaining, when I have sex, I don't always release. I actually use sexual energy to work more energy up my spine into my brain, and I retain it. I still retain it. So I receive a lot of benefits from that. And that's something I'm trying to teach guys still, like, and I'm forever teaching that to guys, because dudes think that you just have to be celibate and retain to get the benefits of withholding your energy. But no, if you learn how to retain and withhold your ejaculation during sex, you'll almost benefit tenfold, because you're making love to a woman. That woman's putting her feminine energy on top of you. That feminine energy becomes part of your aura. Feminine energy is very, very, very magnetic in nature. That's why women always get things for free, and they always get attention from guys, and they always get promoted, and they always get put. Female energy is just very, very magnetic. And when you learn to absorb that and let it become part of your aura, and also keep in your masculine fire, man, I think that's the most benefiting energy that a man can actually receive, more so than semen retention. That's a bold statement, but I'm going to keep saying it. I totally think that's a way more powerful energy, because the way I see it, and I don't know if you guys see it, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but when dudes retain for a long, long time, for these long streaks, and there's plenty of guys in videos who have documented 1,000 days, however many days, they don't always look happy. They're not always smiling. They're not always full of energy. They have no energy to show for their retention. And me as a guy, when I look at other men like that, I don't find that very inspiring. I don't find that very motivating at all. Whereas I've seen guys who have been married for 20 years and they're super close with their partner, and they're very disciplined and they're very zen and they got a big smile on their face all the time. Like, guys, I don't think you realize as men, like it's such a good practice to retain and practice sexual discipline, but it's even better to do it with a woman by your side who understands what you're trying to do and she wants to help you retain. All right, like I said, when I usually have sex, my goal is always to retain, but it's to please my woman at the same time. When you do both, when you combine both, I'm telling you guys, you feel like an absolute king. You don't need it to feel like a king, but there's such a difference when you have a woman, like a joyful, beautiful woman in your life that you can call yours. And I know a lot of you guys don't trust women. You've been hurt by women and you don't like modern women. You guys have bought into one of the biggest lies that I think a lot of men are teaching on here. Because my question to you is, do you plan on being single forever? Do you plan on never touching a woman again? If so, that's cool. You can stay on monk mode if you really want. But I think if you want to reach those heights in life, if you want to reach those peaks in life, have a good woman by your side who supports your goals, who supports your visions, who supports your dreams, who supports your projects. I know you don't need that, but I'm telling you, it gives it a better energy when you have that. If any of you have ever read Think and Grow Rich, read the section on sexual transmutation. Read what Napoleon Hill says about having a loving woman in your life. Even he knew it back then. There's an energy behind a woman who loves you that propels your shit forward. And I can't explain what it is. If you have a woman who understands and trusts you and knows you're going to support and provide for her, she'll back you up even when you're broke. She'll back you up when you have nothing. She'll back you up at ground zero. And that love, man, it propels shit forward. That's just my opinion, though. Maybe that's my limiting belief or whatever you guys want to call it. But I kind of don't believe that staying celibate for over 1,000 days and all these long ass streaks, I don't really believe they're that healthy for you as a man. As a man filled with testosterone who wakes up bricked up every morning, you wake up bricked up every morning because your body is craving something that's programmed in your DNA. And I think that's your female counterpart. And listen, guys, maybe you can't find the right woman for you in your city, but go travel the world with your full sack of retention energy and see what you find out there, because you never know. There are good women everywhere. And listen, I'll be the first to tell you, like I said, I've been in a relationship for 15 years, okay? For 15 years. And I love my wife. I adore my wife. But I'm telling you right now, if my wife woke up tomorrow and looked at me and said, I don't want to be with you anymore, I'm into this guy, or if I caught her cheating and texting dudes and all this bullshit and she needed to, I'd be like, go, just go, just go. If she ain't for you, she ain't for you. You don't have to cut off all women. You don't have to take away love from your life forever. It's not that big of a deal. Shit hurts. It hurts when women play with you. I've played with women. It hurts when I play with women. You know what I mean? You get bit both ways. You don't need to just retain to dodge women, dodge sex, dodge being hurt. Shit hurts, man. I know some of you put all your faith and all your love into a woman at one point, and that woman switched up on you and she changed, and oh, now all women are bitches. But it ain't like that. It ain't like that. Love is beautiful. Love is absolutely beautiful. Sex is beautiful. And I'm talking about good, loving sex. This hookup, bang, bang, boom, boom, lick it and stick it stuff. Man, that stuff has its time limit. It expires. It's boring. It's not real love. It's not real connection. When you learn to connect with your woman and take your souls on a deeper level and take your sex on a deeper level, on a deeper intimate level, it's very rewarding and fulfilling. I can't even explain it. But listen, guys, there are plenty of times I have had sex in relationships and I've felt like my cup was empty. Like, I felt like my cup was emptier than before I had sex. I thought I was looking for something through certain women that would fulfill me and give me pleasure and explore the depths of my soul. And man, yeah, it took from me too. It literally robbed from me because I chose the wrong women. I wasn't having sex the right way. And I don't know, I wasn't managing my energy the right way either. There are certain things about sex and sexuality that you have to understand before you dive into it. I'm retaining right now because I want to be disciplined right now. I'm also celibate with my wife right now. We both made the agreement, no sex for 100 days. We have goals to focus on. Let's propel ourselves forward. Let's be more creative. Let's work on our creations right now. Let's work on making more money right now. Like that is our priority in life at this moment. And I think it's beautiful for two people to come together and say, hey, let's sacrifice this thing for a little bit. When this is done, we're going to come back to it fresh, renewed, hopefully on another level, hopefully with more of our goals achieved. And I think we're going to achieve what we want, honestly. So what I'm saying is like, if you're going to do these 100 days, if you're going to be celibate for 1,000 days, if you're going to sacrifice sex in general as a single man, as a man in a relationship, make sure you sacrifice it with a goal in mind. I think you need something bigger. Sex is a huge energy. It's a huge energy that takes up so much of our life, so much of our thought process. When you let it go, as soon as you let it go, whether you're retaining, whether you're in a relationship, whatever it is, make sure the goal that you have behind it is even bigger than the sex. It has to be big. Because sexual energy is creation energy. Sexual energy is the energy that has made every single one of us. You are sex. You are literally made from sex. So for you to go 1,000 days and never have sex and be like, I'm done with women, I'm done with this, man, you're letting go of a piece of yourself. That's kind of how I see it. I absolutely love the energy of sex. I have plenty of sexual energy books that I constantly read. I have dedicated a lot of my life to understanding sex and sexuality because my mind and my soul completely understand and overstand that sexual energy is creation energy. I've been an artist, I've been a photographer, I've been into music, I've been into fucking writing, reading. Like I need creation energy in my life. I need it at its peak. And there are times where I have indulged in sex a little too much, just a little too much. And I have felt my creativity dip. I've felt my creativity almost evade me, escape me. So I understand that doing this practice right now, embodying myself, taking time away from my wife's body, and only embodying myself and my own energy, I'm recultivating something in me that I lost. Same with her. She's recultivating something in her that she lost. And I think that's the power of the celibacy aspect, especially when you're in a relationship. When you're in a relationship, spending a lot of time together, even sleeping together in the same bed, you two drench each in so much of each other's aura and energy. Sometimes you need to take a break and refresh and detox each other out of each other's body and just come back to self. Always, no matter what, I don't care if you're in a 15-year relationship, 20-year, 30-year, 80-year relationship, always find time to come back to yourself and what you love and who you are and who you need to be on this planet. It's so beautiful to be in a loving relationship and be pair bonded and be close to a woman. I'm gonna be the guy to talk like this. I know y'all retainer dudes are like simps. You guys are simps. Fuck being with girls and fuck finding a wife. That's cool. I'm gonna be the grown ass, mature, grounded man that talks like this. Being in a relationship is absolutely beautiful. Being with a loving partner, building with a loving partner, a business, a life, a foundation, a family, it's absolutely beautiful. And as a masculine man who's retaining his energy, I strive to be a good father one day. I strive to be a good husband. I strive to be strong, masculine, grounded. And listen, like I said, if my marriage fails at one point, if my woman doesn't want to be with me, fuck it. I don't care. I'm going to go out and find another wife. I'm going to go out and find another woman. I'm going to keep repeating the process. You guys don't get this shit. You retain all this masculine strength and vitality and this brute force and you don't want to share it with anyone. You want to share it with other dudes online. You just want to talk about your balls and your sperm with guys online. And it's like, what's the goal? What's the end goal there? When you finally decide to release, what do you have? SR community ain't a community when you start releasing again, is it? That's why I'm like, yeah, I'll do this practice for a bit. I see the benefits in this, and it's not just about women looking at you. It's about sacrificing what we as men love the most, which is sex and pussy, for the greater good. I have to focus on this right now. I got my goals I got to focus on right here, right now. I got to sacrifice sex because sometimes we tend to get too into the sex. You know what I mean? But yeah, 33 days in, guys. I feel good. I feel really good. I'm looking forward to how much better I'm going to feel, but I don't know. Like I said, day 28, 29, and 30, I felt a peak in my sexual energy. I was craving it a little too much. But like I said, I have to wake up next to a girl who's in a thong sometimes and booty shorts sometimes. And sometimes it gets to be a little too much, you know? I got the temptation right in my face and I'm still not succumbing to it. So y'all got no excuse. If you're waking up and you don't have a girl right next to you, you got no excuse not to practice retention, all right? But one thing that I always want to emphasize with men, I got to emphasize this. If you are by yourself, if you are a single man practicing retention, I think it's still okay to massage yourself. Not full out masturbate for these long ass sessions, but like get the blood flow down there. Get the blood flow down there and the energy circulating and moving in your body. I think that's so important to do as a man. If it gets too stagnant, and all the energy is just there all the time, it's gonna come out. But if you learn how to circulate it, if you learn how to get yourself erect, massage yourself, get the blood flowing, breathing deep and circulating it in your body, then you receive the benefits. You receive the real benefits. All right, that's just my perspective. Maybe that's a limiting belief, but I believe that to be true. All right, peace, love, knowledge, and protection to you and yours. Looking forward to hit day 100 and be done with this shit, honestly. I'm out.